Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Rune-keeper, and I'm down here. Well, fortunately this is probably the last turtle I'm going to have to worry about for a while, because I'm about to head up those stairs and head into an area infested with spiders. And these are spiders I'm not going to be able to avoid in any way. So let's see what we have here. But there are going to be a large... Oh! Ah! That is not a good way to start. Note to self. Attack the right monster. Well, at least they stayed out for a while. Well, it helps when you're a couple levels above the enemy you're fighting. I have to tell you that. Now I noticed I was playing my high-level Rune-keeper the other day. And I had the layout on that Rune-keeper slightly different than I have on this character. But I was just so used to playing this Rune-keeper, since this is the one that I've been playing for the series so more consistently lately. I went and changed the UI to fit this one, rather than changing this one to fit my old Rune-keeper's UI. I was kept on trying to look for everything, and hey, where's this? Where's this? And of course, it's not there. At least I have my spider legs. I guess I could turn in this quest when I finish exploring the Lost Palace here. Assuming I can get all the way down there. Up here. So I gotta go to this one here now, because it's up more stairs. They like to keep you guessing in this quest. Now you can imagine what it must have been like doing this quest before the quest tracker and before I did it about 5 times. I mean, the first time I did this quest, I don't know whether I looked it up in the internet or whether I just blundered all over Moria. Or maybe gave me a piece of paper to tell me where the plaques are located. I can't remember. I don't think there's a piece of... Or maybe... Did they perhaps tell you in this? 4 rune plaques are found throughout the waterworks. Yeah, that's really useful. So unless they told you something... Rune Stone of Stamina. Right. Right. Alright, and here is the 5th one. So we're over. We could go back to Bori. Yay! We're all what do you mean kill 12 creatures in the waterworks? Yep, the same thing they did to us in the Flaming Deeps, they do to us here. Kill creatures in the air. Now, I do admit, I did read out in the original quest text that we were to clear out some of the creatures in there to make it easier when we went back. It is true they mentioned that in the quest, but why couldn't we do the 2 tasks simultaneously? Alright. Ah, there you are. Why couldn't we do the 2 simultaneously? It could have been just as easy for them. There are other quests where you do it simultaneously. You remember the rant I gave it to when we were in the Flaming Deeps. Right, and 1 more glass spider. And then we get to go downstairs. And we're facing a few more of them on the way down. Every class needs to have its own rules about using those things. Alright, now. So we'll kill any spiders we run along on the way down, and we have a couple of creatures we could kill on the way back to the rotting cellar. Since the rotting cellar, I'm going to go back there so I can at least turn in the spider quest. I'm not going to do it sequel. I think I've had enough of the waterworks. And if they want to... if they want to stick a few spider legs in the platforms, well, they could do that themselves. As you can see, oh, good grief. I did it again. Well, at least I'll get 3 more creatures finished off of it this way. Alright, you are going down, and heal myself. Alright, that's 8. Now, when I've gone in the other direction, I usually get off the platforms, whatever, with only about 2 or 3 done. So this is actually further along in progress-wise than I usually am, due to the respawn rate of these spiders. So the main reason I went in this direction this way is simply because I happen to have gone through the yeah, this way. I would have gone in the wrong direction if I had if I hadn't checked that. Usually I go in the other direction, so this time it was because I was in the Flaming Deeps that I came this way. In the Flaming Deeps, so of course I'd want a nice cool swim afterwards, right? Oh yeah. Well, I'm sure I'll run to things like turtles that we'll have to fight anyway, since I only have 2 more left. Well, 1 more after this turtle. Yes, let's throw lightning in the water! Yeah, I know. Electric eels do it all the time. Well, maybe not all the time. Rather... let's see... oh, yeah, that's my target right there. I'm sure it takes up quite a number of resources to toss up some electricity. Alright. Up this way. Now, remember last time I got lost coming up here because I missed my turn. Actually, this is going a bit faster than I thought. Assuming, of course, I made the proper... yeah, I even found... and I found a turtle at the end who wants to fight me to be the 12th creature. That couldn't have gone better. There we go, 12 for 12. Up the stairs. Up the stairs. All the way up the stairs. And there's a goat standing on the stairs. Okay, I think that was a dwarf riding on top of it, but there was a goat on the stairs. Alright, now, let's see. Alright, here are your spider legs.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
Yes! Looking at these, they may do well for a shoddy replacement. Thank you for not breaking them into too many pieces. Oh yeah, thank you very much.
Great events have been set in motion.
Yeah, I'm sure they have been. Well, that finishes our work here. So let us head off to the 21st Hall and talk to Bori. And see what his wonderful idea is this time. Alright, let's see. 21st Hall. Oh, before I forget. Iron Garrison Guard Trader. Browse the shop.
Once there was trade between the dwarfs of Moria and the elves.
On the patterns of wind and rain. Yes, a tome containing the observations of an elf who traveled across Middle-earth studying its weather patterns. Using this book will grant a trait point. Alright. And it requires minimum level 58, which I'm in now, and kindred standing with the Iron Garrison Guard. So therefore we will buy this. And we've completed on the patterns of wind and rain. Deed completed. And that gives me a class trait point. Oh yeah. You can't forget your 20 turbine points for reading a book? Alright. And I have one of these. I am going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh! Just one more point and I get the choice between getting my Rune of Restoration or of getting, let's see, Prelude to Power, which is it this Prolonged Verse. No, this is, well, I guess this would be the best one. I was thinking that there was a means where you could quicken up your Mending Verse healing, enhances Mending Verse healing. Oh, that's for the potency of it. Well, alright, I thought there was a way in order to make it faster to cast. I guess I was either imagining things or there's more to that than I'm seeing. In any case, I'll get my runestone after just one more point. But that means doing something like completing book 6. But before I do that, I need to finish books 4 and 5. Now what else? Now the other thing he can do is actually, let me see, how am I doing on my reputation? Right, I still have about 5,500 to go. So I can use these. But some of these others, like this one, I can't use anymore because I'm at full. Fortunately,
Once there was trade between the dwarfs of Moria and the elves.
oh actually, I'd want the other one. The miner's rep dealer. No, that's the bard, who's been lonely ever since they made them pretty much unnecessary.
The merchant halls of Khazad-dûm lie in darkness now.
So I can trade this in to get one that helps with this one, so I can bump up the... And I could... I'm not going to show you going through all these broken engravings. That would just take too long. This is more for by way of example. But the idea there is that now I'm increasing my rep this way. So I can continue to increase my rep with the other just by transferring those items into the other type. And that leaves me with a little bit less than 4,000. Alright. In a moment we'll see about doing some shopping there. But let's head off into the Chamber of Command. And turn these things into Bori. Or at least some of the information I found. I'm sure he doesn't want these broken bits of spider's legs I still have in my pockets. Hello, Bori. I've memorized those plaques.
I think this is the one, my friend.
Welcome back. Tell me about the chambers you discovered. From the rune plaques you saw, I may be able to discern which one is mentioned in the Book of Mazarbul, the Armory Oin sought. The Hall of Mithril. Yes, I think that must be at Pinestone. Well done.
We are close to victory. I can sense it.
Imagine how unstoppable we would be if we could retrieve Ziegelberg from the darkness of the past. I would fear no attack of the orcs. That is certain. I have a good feeling about this. The Hall of Mithril must certainly be the armories for which Oin sought. If only he had found them in time, the dwarves of Balin's expedition might have survived. It is too late for them, friend, but not for us. We will travel to the Hall of Mithril in search of these armories. Speak to me when you are ready. Note: it is suggested that you complete this quest while in a fellowship. Inspiration will assist you if you choose to undertake the challenge alone or with a smaller group. And I'll be undertaking this one alone. Now, I have done this with... I don't know if I've done it with every class alone. It's possible that I may have had a small group in one or two of the times I've done it. I know the first time I've done it, I obviously had a group because that was before they made it so you could solo it. But in later instances, I've usually done it alone. There are a couple of cases where I've done it in a group, but I think in most of those cases it was doing it again, repeating the quest and helping someone else rather than doing it on my own time for the first. Oh, I actually have some things I could turn in here. Some beautiful sword sheets. Obviously do it for the miners. And some elegant scales for the miners. So I can actually do a few of these also to help finish up my rep for these guys. And maybe bump up my legendary items a little bit. But I could go through the rest of that offline. So when we return next time, we will go with Bori to the Chamber of Mithril, where we will see if we could find Zingelberg. But that's in our next episode of Pine Leaf Plays the Rune-keeper.